Hi, everybody, and welcome into the show. Well, on the week, just one game for the Tigers, and that, of course, was a visit to number 9 Duke in Cameron Indoor Stadium on Tuesday night. The last time they will face a Duke team guided by Coach K on their home court. And Clemson went toe-to-toe with the Blue Devils in that battle. They out-rebounded Duke by 8 and outscored them in the paint by 6, eventually falling by 2 points. But quite a performance really all the way around for the Clemson team in that defeat. Let's give you a recap of that contest. Here's head coach Brad Brownell with Don Munson.
Well, thanks, Pete. All right, Coach, so on the show today, just one game because we had an open weekend, which was pretty nice to have, to be perfectly honest with you. So, but a trip to Duke, always tough when you go to Cameron Indoor.
Yeah, challenging environment. I thought our guys played great. Very competitive, physical game, especially defensively by both teams. Really offensively, I thought we did some outstanding things. We had 19 assists in the game. We made double-figure threes, which is hard to do against Duke. Had a chance to win, took it to the wire, just couldn't make one or two plays that we needed to get it done.
You know, that's something that your team has been doing pretty well. Assists to made baskets has been really high.
We've done a really good job. I think we have a team that, we have multiple guys that can score. I think we really pass it well. We've emphasized our passing a lot this year, and sharing the ball is going to be in this game.
All right, let's get to highlights of the Duke game. It's all brought to us by the South Carolina Education Lottery. Since 2002, more than 147,000 lottery-funded scholarships and grants have been awarded to Clemson University students. All right, so Cameron Indoor packed as it always is. The opening tap actually goes out of bounds, and it goes to Clemson. You come right away and Tyson with an easy basket.
Yeah, nice little play against their zone, BOB, and we get the ball to Hunter in a good spot.
Then they came out and they did play some zone, and you know what? You all did really well against the zone.
We did. We thought they might mix some zone in. They've done that a couple times this year, especially late in the FSU game, and our guys executed very well.
Obviously, you saw the basket there by Chase Hunter, and here's a little backdoor cut. Chase continuing to really play well for you.
Playing great basketball, really good pass by Alamir Dawes. Nice little set play that we run to get Chase a back cut layup.
Yeah, so there was one of those 19 assists on a made basket. And then David Collins, you know what? That's just an athletic play.
Really good. He was a very good player in the game. I thought defensively he was outstanding. Here he is making a tremendous drive to the basket, showing his athleticism and a great left-handed finish.
All right, so it was going to be a pretty tight game all the way throughout. Duke up 4, but again, Collins doing what he does, that slashing move.
Yeah, good right-hand drive this time and good right-hand finish.
And some good defense. Nick Honor, I thought, really came off the bench and played well for him.
He played well on both ends. He made a couple threes, which was outstanding, but he also had a couple steals. I thought his pick-and-roll defense was good. I thought he got over some pick-and-rolls really well, and good to see Nick knocking a couple shots down. He's been a little bit of a slump, but bouncing back nicely.
Ball control, too. I mean, he was really good in ball control. Here's outside three by Alamir Dawes, and you know what, he just seems like his outside shooting has really been picking up.
Yeah, he's playing well. This is the zone that we're attacking. Get the ball right into the high post for Nas Bohannon for a real nice free throw line jumper. Yeah,
again, the bench was big for you. P.J. Hall obviously continues to play well.
Yeah, another same type of action for us against the zone. This time P.J. knocks it down.
Outside, you get it off of the inbounds, and there's Dawes from outside in the three-point land.
Yeah, really nice to score a couple baskets in the first half in BOB plays. We got one against the zone. We got one against man. That was good action right there against the zone where we got it to the high post this time. And P.J. just all in one motion makes a real nice, bounce pass to Hunter on a back cut, and he dunks one through.
Hunter's ankle's beginning to feel a little bit better. See more spring in his step.
Yeah, it is, and I think this week will be good with a couple days off after this game.
So the Hemingway three there actually would give you a 5-point lead, and then it would be a tie ball game at halftime, and then that's just good offensive board work there by P.J. Hall staying with it.
Well, this is a big play right here at the end of the half. We run a little kind of a little back screen action and get P.J.'s man to help. He knocks down a three, and we go to halftime, tied at 36.
Yeah, so a 36-36 game at half. Duke comes out, establishes an early lead to open up the second half, but there's Hunter Tyson again with a big slam.
Yeah, real nice little slip play, good pass by Al to Hunter, and he gets another dunk.
Absolutely. So still down 5 at this point. Good ball movement, little extra pass, and again, Chase hitting that outside shot for you.
Yeah, nice extra pass. Duke came out of the second half and started very well. Our defense wasn't quite as good beginning of the half, but we're kind of slowly working our way back into the game. Another really good playoff pick and roll by Chase, a little pocket pass to PJ right down the middle of the lane for the dunk.
The bounce pass is what I really like there by Chase.
Yeah, it was really good. Very, very well executed. And here Chase gets out ahead of him and doesn't make the layup, but keeps his poise. We kind of move the ball, and then David walks into a three. And now we're kind of feel like, hey, we're back in it. They kind of punched us first in the second half. We punch back. Here's a nice little play where we get Nick curling off a little pin down by PJ for an elbow jumper. And I think our guys right at this time, middle of the second half, I think we feel like, hey, we got a chance to win this thing. Let's just keep attacking.
And this was turned into what would be a three-point play opportunity. Hemingway with 2 of his 5 points that he had in the contest. We saw the earlier 3. It would be the only free throw that you would get in the game. Had to put that in there. Outside 3 by P.J. Hall, though, climbs you right back into within 2.
Yeah, it was a big shot. We needed it. You can tell here in the second half, I thought we did an outstanding job of when we got them to miss, really push the ball and play to a spread court. This is a great pass by Chase again, finding Hunter Tyson with his one top of the key 3.
Well, we've mentioned it the last several weeks. Your ball movement offensively has really been good. You did a great job on the boards. You out-rebounded them, and then you get things going in transition, and there's, that guy knows what to do with it.
Chase Hunter going full court. This shows his speed and acceleration, his athleticism. It's what we all thought we were going to see from Chase, and glad that he's really playing well. He's worked really hard for the last couple of years and battled through some injuries.
This was a big shot, I think, for Nick. Obviously, at that point, it pushes you to a 1-point lead with 6 minutes to go, but you could see his confidence. Hopefully now it will spread to other games.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is a big shot by Chase at the end of a shot clock. It's just a guy making a one-on-one play. You need those kind of shots in games like this if you're going to win.
So here you are. You're 63-63, and then little tip there is going to put you up a pair now at 65-63 with about 3:22 to go in the contest. I mean, this is exactly what you want when you go to anybody's home floor.
Yeah, you just put yourself in a position to get a road win, put a little game pressure on Duke, but give Duke credit. Banchero was unbelievable down the stretch. He made a couple of big, tough baskets. There's the one that was really the clincher for him, and they were able to hold us off. I think we're going to get an offensive rebound put back here to give us a chance, but just a basket too short and a very good game, well-played game that had a bunch of lead changes, and really proud of the way our guys competed.
So Duke wins at 71-69.
When we come back, we hear from 2 Tiger teammates who are brothers as well. That's just ahead.
Inside Clemson Basketball with Brad Brownell is brought to you by Carolina Ford. Built for the Carolinas. Built Ford proud. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer today. Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Whether you're in the stands or in your living room, nothing goes better with basketball than Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola Zero Sugar.
Welcome back. When the season began, the Tigers had a junior on their roster, Jack Nassif. Well, his brother Daniel came to the program this year as a team manager. But a few weeks into the regular season, he moved from that role to the role of player. So yet again, a Clemson roster has brothers as part of its makeup. Let's hear from them with Tigers on the Inside. Presented by Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax, Tiger fans, with Founders Federal Credit Union.
My name is Jack Nassif. I'm from Dayton, Ohio.
My name is Daniel Nassif. I'm also from Dayton, Ohio.
My role when I got to Clemson was just a manager, and it was just to stand on the side with a towel and be there to help out whenever coach said something.
I figured I could make a name for myself here, but I also this is my best friend, so I always follow him wherever he goes. Followed him in high school. It works out for me.
We were doing our spring workouts, and he called me. He was like, "Hey Jack, I got some news for you." I'm like, "Okay, what's up?" He's like, "I'm coming to Clemson." I was like, "Okay, cool. When are you coming? A few weeks?" He was like, "No, I'm coming to school there." And when he told me he was coming to Clemson, it was the best news I'd ever heard.
Well, yeah. Well, he also he sold it to me. He's always talking about how great it is. Weather's nice. Good people. Really, just one summer, we would just go outside pretty much every day and just play one-on-one, and I couldn't beat it, and it made me angry. So we go out every day, one-on-one, just start working on the game, and then before I knew it, I was a presence on the court. Really just because I was taller than everyone, but also because I was working with him. When I got pulled up my freshman year of high school, that was the most fun I've ever had playing basketball.
He was on JV for maybe one game.
And then they pulled me up.
One game, for maybe a half. I think he played one half, he had 20 points and a dunk. Having him out there, we always have a chemistry, it's unspoken of. It's just, we know what we're going to do. We know how to, like, feed off each other. It just works out. And to be able to do that every day, even though it's just practice, I think it's something that we cherish. And I think we can also, like, help the guys get better, like, through our chemistry and stuff.
Coming up, the coach gives us a detailed take on some of the guys who've been stars for his program to this point in the season. But first, here's what's ahead on the schedule.
Well, welcome back to the show. All right, so since we didn't have a second game this week, we're going to take a look at some of our top performers really so far this season. 4 guys that have really been central parts in what you've done, particularly in the starting lineup.
Yeah, we've had 4 guys that have pretty much started every game, and those guys have played consistently very well. And that 5th spot has kind of rotated. Nick Honor a little bit, Alex Hemingway a little bit, and now Chase Hunter is kind of emerging as the guy that seems to be working his way into that. But the other 4 guys have played very consistently. I know we're going to look at some of their highlights here now.
All right, so our top Tiger performers, sponsored by Carolina Ford Dealers, built for the Carolinas, built Ford proud. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer today. All right, so we'll start out with Hunter Tyson. I mean, Hunter is a guy, he's averaging double figures for you, really doing a nice job for you on the boards as well.
Yeah, he's having a really good senior season, a guy that's really developed throughout his career. You're really proud of him. This is the part of his game that started to change, is a little bit of a back-to-the-basket game. He really wasn't strong enough as a young guy to do much of that. Here he is doing some yeoman board work in the South Carolina game where he had a double-double. His physicality, his toughness, his leadership has been essential this year. It's really fun to watch guys grow as players, and watching Hunter Tyson be able to finish more things around the basket, that's something that certainly has changed from his freshman and sophomore year.
Lead you in offensive rebounds with 29 plays just like that one, just a little get a hand on the ball and tip it in. Then obviously one of your grad transfer, David Collins, boy, has he played really well for you.
Super strong, physical, athletic wing, has helped us on both ends of the floor. He's probably our best on-ball defender, really aggressive, and then offensively him attacking the basket. We post him up in some actions where we get him under the basket and he posts smaller guards and wings. He's able to finish. He's really good because he defenses rebounds so well. He's our leading defensive rebounder. He's really good in transition, making plays for himself or others. There he is getting a steal and a great hit-ahead pass to Chase. So David's done a really nice job this year.
Alamir Dawes is, you know what, he's growing continually in the program.
Yeah, freshman, started as a young guy and kind of got to play through a lot of mistakes, and you've seen his development. His shooting from the perimeter, his three-point shot has always been something that he's been very good. Here he is coming down in transition and just pulling when he's got numbers. And just, you know, what we've really tried to do with him is improve his ball handling, his passing, his decision-making, getting him to find a few more guys, but he's having a very solid junior year.
And P.J. Hall, I mean, there are a lot of coaches saying that this young man is the most improved player in this league.
Well, if not the most improved, he's one of the most. And we thought he was going to have a big sophomore season. He changed his body. He's much more physical. He's much more confident. He's a guy that can score in all different kinds of ways. He can play with his back to the basket. There he is flipping a nice left-hand hook. He can make some foul line jumpers. He can make a three. You know, continuing to work on his defense and rebounding, but he's made a huge jump from his freshman to sophomore year, and I think we'll do the same next year as a junior.
All right, time for our coach's chalkboard. We're going to talk about attacking the zone. We've seen a lot of zone against Clemson, particularly here recently.
Yeah, surprisingly, even though we're one of the top three-point shooting teams in the country, we have seen a lot of zone. Obviously, you know you're going to see it with Syracuse. And our guys have done a really nice job of executing in a variety of ways.
All right, funny you should mention Syracuse, because that's the first thing that we're going to show against Syracuse. This is in the dome. One of the things that you know you got to do is get the ball to the open spot in the zone, and you all did that very well. We're going to go back and look at this. Matter of fact, you can see there's the big open spot. That's what Syracuse has kind of been known. If you're going to get them, that's where you got to go get it.
Well, they also, I mean, they're extended against us because we are such a good three-point shooting team. So there's a little more space to get the ball into the high post. It's a difficult shot. You can see the center comes up and challenges PJ. He's talented enough to be able to raise up and score. So it's not quite as easy as people think, but very good execution by our team using ball reversal to get it in there.
And this is against Notre Dame. Great extra pass by Ian to get the ball out, and you find your three-point shooter there.
Well, it starts with, again, we're working in the high post with Hunter Tyson. Chase makes a nice little ball fake, and immediately you look at rim and partner. I would love to have seen Ian dive to the basket. He was a little slow to do that, so he gets double teamed. But we've got great spacing. He shows good poise. That's one thing Ian's done as a freshman is really shown poise in his passing. Here he is finding Chase Hunter at the top of the key for a nice inside-outside three.
You know, and he had his choices of where to go. Go to the guy that they say that's the easiest three-point shot to make is that one that is straight away there. So you know, excellent decision there by him. One more look at this. You're right. You'd like to see him go baseline, but he can go anywhere he wants to with the ball, and that's the thing about Ian, good passer.
Yeah, he does a nice job, and you know, being the coach, when we got it into the high post, I would love to have seen Al kind of dive to the corner a little more, create even more space. But again, I think the play was made by Ian showing the poise to go inside out and look for Chase at the top of the key.
Coming up, his nickname is synonymous with being a big man. We look back on a Tiger legend from the 70s when we return.
Collins crossover dribble, splits, drives, and reverse layup left-hand side off the glass and good to tie us at 11.
Beautiful move by Collins.
Really a spectacular play by David Collins at Duke. Well, back in the 70s, the Tigers had a man who operated in the paint, who did many spectacular things on both ends of the floor. As we remember Tiger legends this season, we now have their jerseys hanging from the rafters with Tim Beret, presented by Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Whether you're in the stands or in your living room, nothing goes better with basketball than Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. This week, Tree Rollins.
When I first came to Clemson, my good friend Al Adams, who I replaced in the sports information office, told me about Tree Rollins. Tree had just run out of his eligibility after 4 years the previous year, and Al used to just tell me how people used to come to Little John Coliseum just to see Tree play. It didn't matter who the Tigers were playing. It was they just wanted to see Tree. What was he going to do next? Was he going to get 10 blocks? Was he going to have 8 dunks? He was just a transformational player, you know, for our program. And when you look at what he accomplished, he started and played in 110 games, started every game that he played in his Clemson career as the first Tiger to do that. And he averaged a double-double for his career. All 4 years he averaged at least a double-double. Nobody does that anymore. He's still Clemson's all-time leading rebounder, still the all-time ACC block shot player in terms of block shots per game. And what Tree did more than anything else is he stayed at Clemson, stayed at 4 years. Could have gone pro after his sophomore year and after his junior year, but he stayed with the program even though the Tigers were on probation in his senior year, and led Clemson to a 22-6 record, and the Tigers had great wins that season. And the fact that Clemson did so well allowed Bill Foster to continue to recruit some good players off of some winning seasons, and that led to Clemson reaching the Elite Eight of the NCAA tournament in 1980. I really believe that the fact that Tree stayed had such a positive effect on the program. It allowed Clemson to go into another outstanding era. Probably the thing, though, I'm most proud about Tree is that he came back and got his degree many years later. I was fortunate to go to a luncheon we had for Tree beforehand that George Bennett organized, and then to see him walk across the stage, which that particular year happened to be over in Greenville at the Bon Secours Arena. But he has continued to be a great representative of Clemson and just one of the most respected guys in this program.
Tree Rollins really did have a magnificent NBA career after his Clemson days, and I always thought it probably meant a little bit more that he played the bulk of his NBA career with the Atlanta Hawks, thus not too far from where he played college and not too far from his hometown of Cordele, Georgia. Now the Tigers go into a week where they'll have 2 games upcoming, a Wednesday visit by Florida State to Little John, and then a Saturday trip down I-85 to Atlanta as Clemson faces the 2 schools that they play home and home each and every season. Next week, same time, we look back on those battles. For now, for head coach Brad Brownell and Don Munson, Pete Ganity, thanks for joining us, and so long.
Inside Clemson Basketball has been brought to you by Lending Tree. Shop and compare loans, credit cards, insurance, and more. Lending Tree. Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax, Tiger fans, with Founders Federal Credit Union. This has been a production of Clemson Athletic Properties.